Okay, y'all, barely 1 month into the Trump administration, and we're already starting to see things cracking up. There was a Republican congressman who had to stand up and say in front of people, this is not a cult. And we know that groups that are cults don't have to do that, right? Like, I've never been to a happy hour at my local neighboring watering hole and have them had to tell me, this is not a cult. You're free to leave anytime. Once you have to stand up and say that, you've lost the plot. Josh Hawley is joining on MAGA. Knitting Cult Puppy agrees. So here's the thing, we're starting to see all kinds of individual people in the cult of MAGA wake up. And that's what happens as soon as the cult takes over. Because the whole past 4 years, and especially after the election, but before inauguration, they can say, when we get there, when we're in charge, it'll be good, right? Just like they tell themselves when they overturned Roe v. Wade, everything would be fixed. But once it actually happens, now that their cult is actually in power, they are able to see the problems. There's this one tweet, I think, some social media thing by a woman. Let me get it and read it to you. It says, my daughter's losing her job thanks to Doge. I voted for President Trump 3 times. My daughter is hardworking, excellent worker for the Manistee National Forest. She doesn't work for DEI. I'm pissed. Hashtag POTUS, hashtag at Elon Musk. It's not right. Of course it's not right. But I saw this amazing reaction to this, which is saying people are getting mad because they are being treated the way they voted for other people to be treated, right? Price of eggs hasn't gone down, yo. So as soon as some people are in the cult, they're gonna start waking up, right? And we remember the promise of the cult is always a lie. Of course, Donald Trump is not going to make America great again for white men. And in fact, I think what we're in right now is a sign that the patriarchy is breaking up because these white men are so afraid. They are so afraid of having to compete on a more even playing field with everyone else that they just don't want to do it. They want to try to yank us all back. But as your friendly neighborhood intelligence officer, let me tell you, people are not this afraid when they're winning, and America cannot be held by force. So we are marching every day toward a tipping point. I'm going to address the firing of military leaders again. He can remove people from their jobs. It's much harder to put new people in. And removing key leaders from jobs is significant. We absolutely should be talking about it. We absolutely should be holding the president accountable through normal processes. But all of y'all start running around with chickens like your heads off saying, oh, he's replacing everyone in the military with loyalists. There are approximately 1 million liberals in the military who hate Felon 47. Do you have 1 million trained people at all levels and all ranks of the military and all jobs? No, neither does he. And don't come to me with Eric Prince. His force is not that big and not that trained. Okay, so once again, we are here. We are holding to see what our leaders do. I have this great book that I am reading through right now called White Women Get Ready: How Healing Post Traumatic Mistress Syndrome Leads to Anti Racist Change. You can get copies of that pinned here. This is one of the things I think that the white women that didn't vote for Donald Trump should be doing right now. Get ready to tell your stories. The best people to get someone out of a cult to receive those MAGA peoples as the brainwashing is cracking is people who have been in the cult before. And now I'm talking about the larger cult of white supremacy and patriarchy and capitalism and these systems that we're all examining and hoping to take down. Learn to tell it better. Learn what worked for you. Do your own work so that you can help lead other people through this crazy time. And finally, people ask me why I'm so calm all the time. And here's the thing, I've been in labor camps, I grew up in one. I've been under the complete and utter authoritarian leadership of these kinds of people. These are my people running the government. And while it's scary AF, I survived them and I beat them when I was 15. I can survive them again and I can help other people. And running around freaking out helps nobody, as the way of American life has not broadly changed yet. We can all find things to do that are helpful. And oh, by the way, please donate to the ACLU, who is now suing the government for refusing to give trans and intersex people passports because that is non constitutional. People are fighting back. Don't tell yourselves they're not. Don't tell yourself there's nothing you can do. Acting like the end of America is a given, the end of the democratic experiment, that is called teleological thinking. Acting as though the outcome is a given. It is not a given. There are 340 million Americans. We get to decide who rules us. We get to decide what our tipping point is going to be.